Howdy folks, I'm Apprehensive Apricots, appraisingly approving applicant applications.
I'm Amber.
And here are more applicant applications for us to approve. We don't reject any here because we're apprehensive, yet somehow approving.
Yeah, I had said appliance applications, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah, well,
It still works.
what about, what did I say instead?
You said like applicant applications.
Oh, applicant applications? It's supposed to be Apprehensive Apricots, appraisingly approving appliance applications. There, that's better, right?
Yes.
Let's get started. Alright folks, and our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Letting My Friend Read My Brother's Diary? I'm a 19-year-old female, and my friend is an 18-year-old female, and she has a crush on my brother, a 21-year-old male. Just a small crush as far as I'm aware. She found out he has a diary and asked if I could help her get her hands on it, since he might write about the types of girls that he likes. At first, I said no, but she said that she can make him happy if they date. She offered me $15 if I help her. Eventually, I gave in, not for the money, but because I do think that she can make him happy. We had a sleepover, and I snuck into his room to grab the journal in the evening, letting her read it after he went to bed. As it turns out, he only writes about struggling with his classes and the books that he reads, etc. All boring stuff. He caught me returning it to his room the next morning and was very upset about it, telling me that I had no right to go through his stuff. Alright folks, what do you think of this boring brother?
I mean, I think brother's fine. I think OP is a jerk because that's an invasion of privacy. And I also don't like the manipulation tactic. Like,
Yeah.
I want to read his journal to find out what kind of girl he wants so I can pretend to be her and win him over.
Yeah, I think that that's kind of gross. I really do. I think that she should just be herself, and if he likes her for herself, then that's great. But if not, then I mean that sometimes things don't work out, so you shouldn't use manipulative tactics to get with somebody.
Right, because either way, it's not going to work out long term. Like, either she's going to have to pretend to be someone she's not for the duration of the relationship, or she's going to, start being her true self, and maybe he's not going to like it, and things are going to end anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. Alright folks, and our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Gifting Underwear with My Face? My boyfriend and I have been together for a year and a half. We are pretty comfortable about joking with each other over silly things. For instance, he once had a silicone replica of his member as a gift that he gave to me. And I've sent him a nude where I impersonated him as a joke. I recently bought playful customized boxer briefs. They have hearts, photos with my face, and a photo of me in front that makes it look like I'm hugging his member. Then the word mine over it. It's really over the top, and I found it pretty funny. But today I gave it to him, and he thinks that they're weird and creepy. He says that it's something that a serial killer would do. This is something that he said in the past when I half-jokingly asked to wear his clothes because they smelled like him. He said that it was creepy, serial killer thing to do. To be clear, I don't actually mean it in a possessive way, I just thought that it was a funny joke. But now I feel bad about it. He said that he was sure most people would agree with him and find it off-putting. Alright folks, what do you think?
I mean, I think not the jerk given the context of the relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I think his gift was like a little more serial killery than OP's. I feel like it's a fairly common jokey thing for people to do. And while it may not be my style, given the nature of the relationship, I don't feel like it was out of bounds.
Well, and also like the whole wanting to wear his clothes.
Yeah, that's such a normal thing. Like, a lot of people like their partner's smell and like feeling like their partner is near them when they're not. It's going to be kind of a comforting, soothing thing. And so, like, it's not cool to call that a serial killer thing.
Yeah, I think that most people would disagree with your boyfriend on that part of that, especially. Now, the boxers, they're a strange gift. They're a gag gift, clearly, right? And it's maybe not something that every relationship and people would do, right? But also the silicone member was also a little bizarre and weird and maybe a little unsettling, right? But I think that OP isn't in the wrong, like you said, because that just seems like they're dynamic, and it's really hard it seems like OP is really having a hard time navigating this because he creates these weird rules, even though it's like he can do things
Right.
And he's not creepy, but she does something that's, in kind, it's creepy, right?
Right. Well, and like the thing is, like, you can get a dud gift sometimes. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you can know your partner inside and out, and sometimes things just don't land. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's fine if he doesn't love the boxers, if they're not his jam.
Mm-hmm.
But to like try and make it like this whole serial killer thing, I think is taking it too far. You know, it would have been like one thing, just be like, oh well, this isn't really my vibe. But another thing, it'd be like, this is like serial killer stuff.
Is he cheating?
I mean, that would be a reason why he wouldn't want boxers with OP on them.
Yeah. Just like kind of a thought. I don't know. What do you folks think? So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Tricky Seagrass says, not the jerk, you both gave each other cheeky gifts in the past, and this is on the same level as the other gifts in my opinion. Also, it's absolutely not creepy to enjoy your partner's smell and to wear their clothes because of it. It's a sweet thing to do, if anything. Plenty of people share things like t-shirts and hoodies with their partners for this reason. I think calling this and the gift serial killer behavior is such a hurtful remark to you. What in the world? Alright folks, and our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for not giving my brother a share of my inheritance for his property taxes? When my mother passed, she left everything to my older brother Jason. Jason never moved out of my mom's home. He never had anything more than a part-time minimum wage job. My mom forgot about me and my sister and preferred Jason. It meant that she had minimal contact with her grandchildren when she favored him. My father lost that home in a divorce, said it wasn't fair that Jason inherited everything from my mom. My father suddenly passed away, and Jason was kept out of the will because my dad is still sour about what my mom did. Jason was in shock that he was left out of my dad's will. He said that the property tax on my mom's house was late because he was planning to use the money from my dad's inheritance, which was a dirty trick that dad had pulled on him. My sister Debbie already told Jason to get a job, and maybe he will have the $7,000 by the time it's due. I'm also not giving Jason anything. It's how my dad wanted it. Jason is freaking out during the reading because he didn't get anything, and he's already going through most of my mom's money, and he hasn't worked in 5 years since her death. He called us all jerks and said that he needed the money more than us. I'm sure that this was the same line that he used with my mom to get Debbie and me written out of the will. Jason acts like he will fight the will, but my dad talked about how Jason got 100% of my mom's inheritance and he doesn't get anything. On top of my dad's insurance, Debbie and I are going to sell my dad's home and hopefully the market stays hot. I suggested to my brother that he do the same thing and take the money and downsize to a smaller apartment or home. My brother is ranting to anyone who will listen, calling us selfish jerks, and even setting up a GoFundMe for his taxes. Several family members have donated. My grandma, on my mom's side, has reached out to me to help him with the taxes, and I said no. My grandma said that she is no longer going to leave Debbie and me anything because of how we treated our brother. But I reminded my grandma that our mom, her daughter, started this, and that no one threw a fit about it when mom died. Debbie had 2 small children then and could have used the money. I didn't see Debbie start a GoFundMe, and I don't remember you, Grandma, calling Jason and asking him to give up part of his share for us. My grandma said that it was different, and I told her not really. All right, folks, what do you think? Is it different?
No, and OP's not the jerk. I mean, he should have budgeted his money better. He shouldn't have counted on money that he didn't have in his hands. It's not OP's fault that he chose to squander his resources and now he has to deal with the consequences.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really what this boils down to. And he spent money before he had it, right? He was counting on the inheritance, which meant that he went and blew money or something like that in order to, live his lifestyle or something like that.
I mean, it sounds like he's just constantly been squandering money since the mom died.
Yeah. And if he's lived 5 years without, working, I mean, that had to have been a sizable amount of money, right? Like, that's gotta be a good chunk of money, right? It just really has to be. And, we're talking in the, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more. And it's really unfortunate because, like Opie said, them and their sister could have used that money as well. And it seems like the brother is the golden child.
Yeah, very clearly he's the golden child to the mom and the grandma.
So I think that OP is not in the wrong here. I think that if the grandma really feels this strongly, she can give a part of her inheritance to him, I guess. I mean, I guess that's what she's doing.
Right, it's not a cool thing to do, but it seems like grandma's not a nice person
Yeah.
either.
But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Iron Chef 8000 says, wow, that's a lot of simmering resentment and passive-aggressive bequeathing. You are not the jerk. And you and your sister seem to have become unwitting pawns in this unfortunate game, which is not a comfortable place to be in. Jason, on the other hand, needs to grow up and take responsibility for his life. When he said, the property tax on my mom's house was late because he was planning to use the money from dad's inheritance, that is the single most telling statement in this post. He was banking on someone unexpectedly dying so that he can pay ongoing, predictable financial obligations? That's wildly unrealistic and short-sighted. Don't count your chickens, you know? Not the jerk. Alright folks, and our next letter is titled, I love my girl so much it hurts. I'm a grown man, and I have fuzzies in my stomach right now. I'm a 26-year-old male, and she is a 25-year-old female. She's currently in the shower, and I need to tell someone about her, so I made my first post on Reddit. Friday, I found out that I got a job that I really wanted. I called her immediately, since she is away, and of course, she's 5 times more excited than I am, which was enough for me. Didn't expect anything else other than maybe dinner. She got home last night around 9 p.m. This morning, I woke up to the kitchen decorated, pancakes, bacon, all my favorite. I also work law, and she made a freaking scale of justice-shaped pancake for me. My dad and brothers go golfing every Labor Day, so I went out there for a few hours and she baked 3 of my favorite desserts, which none of them are very simple. She made my favorite dinner, was all dressed up, and even though it's been 5 years, she still gets shy when she gets us dressed up, and it's so cute. As soon as I called her beautiful, she tried to change the subject by bringing up the candles that she got. She's a culinary student, by the way, so she spent her day off before going back to school, cooking and baking for hours just to celebrate me. The engagement ring that I've hidden is screaming at me to do it right now in our PJs. Anyway, she's just so sweet. It gives me actual anxiety because I only want good things to happen to her. I'm a 6'3" grown man kicking my feet with butterflies right now. Alright folks, what do you think of this one?
Aw, it's so wholesome. It sounds like OP has a really caring girlfriend, and that's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's really what's important here, right? I mean, he has a wonderful girlfriend. Sounds like he is hopefully nice to her. Hopefully he is doing the same kind of things for her that she does for him. And it sounds overall, wholesome and nice, right? And one thing to mention here that is kind of talked about in the comments is he wanted to propose in Halloween.
Yes.
So he's waiting because it's her favorite holiday, and he wants to surprise her because they met at a Halloween party.
That's so cute. I love it.
It is very cute. It's very, very cute, and I really hope them the best. And I think that OP shouldn't propose right now. They should wait until the Halloween thing just to kind of like show her the specialness of this, right? But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. Alright folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here, and Amber, she has a joke.
Maybe we should skip that one. I'll read it, but it's not very good.
I'm a little worried. Amber wants to skip a jovial Bobstein joke. Why could she possibly want to do that? I don't know.
While on vacation, Tim and Jim went duck hunting with their hunting dogs. They had no success. I think I know the problem, said Tim. I think I know what we're doing wrong. What, Tim? We're not throwing the dogs high enough.
That one's terrible. And it's the first joke that's actually gotten a laugh out of me. An actual laugh out of me in this whole book.
Animal cruelty much.
And I have licorice spice. Alright folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy special Sunday, folks. And you know what makes it special? You do, and Amber does too.
And Brian does too.
Amber, we need some kind of moral advice and or guidance, and please have it wholesome.
Sometimes it's nice to do nice things for the people you love just because.
I agree. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.